2026 is almost here, and the truth is, if you don't fix your productivity now, you're probably going to repeat the same unproductive year again. In this video, I'll share the 3 strategies that finally made me actually productive after trying tons of different methods in 2025. And these can help you become your most productive self in 2026. Sleep is the foundation. I learned this the hard way. For most of 2024, I slept around 2 am or woke up at 7 or 8, telling myself, it's fine, I'll manage. Then I'll sit down to work and stare at my laptop and nothing would happen. Like my brain would just freeze. I would read the same line again and again and still not process it. I thought that's just how life feels when you're grinding. I would hear billionaires say you don't need 8 to 9 hours of sleep. Maybe that works for them, but it didn't for me. I've been on both sides and I can see this clearly. Getting 8 to 9 hours of quality sleep can actually save your time. The hours I thought I was gaining by sleeping less were wasted anyway. The work didn't get done and I lost my sleep too. And that's not hustle. After fixing my sleep, still something felt off. Almost every afternoon, my energy would just crash. I would be watching podcasts on YouTube and literally start dozing off. This kept happening, but not every single day. That's what confused me the most. I was eating homemade food, so I thought my dad was fine. But when I actually paid attention, a pattern showed up. On the days I felt sleepy, I would eat a lot of carbs. But on the days I didn't crash, I was eating more protein food. Heavy carbs early day were wrecking my energy, so I flipped it. Protein during the day and carbs in the night. And for the first time, my focus didn't disappear halfway through the day. And after this, one of the easiest productivity fixes is actually writing down your most important goals. Either the night before or early in the morning. Don't write more than top 3 important goals, because 80% of your results come from 20% of your work. The reason I prefer writing down these tasks or goals the day before is that it gives my day a direction. I don't have to wake up and think about what I need to do first. I have less tension and less decision making to do. Step 2. Environment maxing. Before 2025, the most hated task for me was studying, especially maths. Then one afternoon, something strange happened. I randomly started studying math, which was unusual because I never studied in the afternoon. And for once, I actually understood it. That's when I realized why it worked. I'd slept well the night before, had already decided in the morning that I had to study math, and I had eaten a high protein breakfast. Everything was aligned. When you get the basics right, environment maxing actually works. I studied like this for a week or two, and suddenly studying felt easy, almost effortless. And then one day I broke the pattern. I was working late on a video and pushed studying to the evening. As soon as I sat at my desk, I didn't felt like studying at all. You might think I was tired, but I wasn't. But I still forced myself to sit there. I watched the entire 40-minute lecture and didn't understand a thing. That's when it clicked. I had trained my brain to study at a specific time only. At that time, there were 0 distractions and I only studied at my desk, nowhere else. I figured this out after weeks of experimenting with time, place and setup. And that's what you have to do too. Experiment with when you work, where you work, what you wear, and even smell. It turns out for some people, a specific smell instantly puts them in focus mode. Your brain doesn't need the motivation. It needs right environment. Reward yourself. This sounds basic, but I have used this in my favor for more than times I can count. There are days when I don't feel like working, and this happened to me very recently. I had to finish a script before deadline, and the deadline was the same day. I sat down to work and immediately felt bored. My brain started making stupid excuses. I'll start at 11 am, which was barely 20 minutes away. Until then, I just told myself, let's just scroll. When 11 am came, I still didn't start. Not because I couldn't, but because I didn't feel like it. And you had days like these too. That's when something clicked. Instead of putting the work forward, why not push the scrolling forward? So I told myself, I'll scroll after I finish the script. like giving yourself the candy after you do the hard thing, not before, and it actually worked. Since that day, I have been using this reward rule for almost every other day. Stop rewarding procrastination, reward completion, and watch how fast you start working. And this is how you can become your most productive self in 2024. But there's something I didn't tell you earlier. Even if you fix your sleep, even if you eat right, even if you design the perfect environment, and even if you stop procrastinating, if your life itself is still out of order, all of this will fade. Most people know how to be productive, but they don't fix the bigger problem that keep pulling them back. So if you want to learn how to actually fix your life, not just your productivity, watch the next video. That's where everything connects.